Drew and Stu are on the air.
Ready? Right.
Whether you're fading with Drew or riding with Cam, this is the place to get your weekly NFL picks. Presented by Sports Interaction, Canada's sportsbook.
Everything you got, let's go.
Hello and welcome to week 16 of the Drew and Stu podcast. I'm Drew Livingstone. That's Cam Stewart. Cam, what a week you had. 11-5. You made three switches on the Best Bet show. Two of them hit, one not so much. 11-5, and of course, two of the five losses are two of your best bets. It's just the way it goes, Cam.
Hey, buddy. Hey, that's what happens when you bet on the commies, condoms, commanders. I got to be honest with you, though.
The refs screwed them, though.
Hey, thank you, Drew. Thank you for saying that. On all my other shows, it was nice that people I talked to agreed with your situation. Here's the thing. That game cost me so much money, and I actually had a brilliant week. If Washington didn't get screwed by the refs, it would have been like a windfall. But that's the thing. And I'm going to say this. Don't think that these guys get calls on other teams when they hate Dan Snyder. And I bet if they went up to Ron Rivera, Riverboat Ron, at the end of the game, say, sorry, Ron. But, like, that's the thing. Daniel Snyder is such an unlikable guy. Like, you watch Commander games, and it's like, anyway, bottom line is they should have taken care of their business, but they did get jobbed in calls. So,
I mean, the pass interference on fourth down is whatever, because, like, they never call that. But, like, Terry McLaurin checking with the line judge twice. Like, yeah, I'm good. Okay, I'll move up a little bit. I'm good now. All right, cool.
Exactly.
And then the guy's ready to throw a flag, though. He's got his hand in his pocket. He's like, ha, 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 ha. Like, he's, like, ready. Like it's...
These refs are too much, man. And you've noticed this, too. Anyway, I'm not going to get into a big spiel. But, guys, we've been telling you this for a while. 17-point comebacks, 33-point comebacks. This league, I told you, it's a soap opera.
I was upset about that comeback. I got the comeback right here. Now it's no longer the biggest comeback in NFL history.
That's a good point, Drew. You and your Bills. The Bills have been actually letting me down financially for the last few weeks, too. They just don't cover numbers. They cover teasers.
I mean, they almost lost the game outright, so...
I know.
Give them to come back. Cam, we were laughing off air because I told you a little story about shaving cream. You want to reveal to the viewers what I was talking about?
Drew, I love you like a brother, but the fact that you, like, use shaving cream for the first time in your life, I'm like, are you serious? You're like, you shaved with hot water? Buddy, I got a case of Edge gel.
Hot water, hot towel, that was it.
Merry Christmas, Drew. Here's a case of Edge shaving gel. Like, I remember I got it. Like, I don't even use this stuff. Like, the thing is, for me, like, I use, like, a beard trimmer and stuff like that. But the fact that you're not using shaving cream and using water, that's what shaving cream's there for. It's there to protect your face.
What a game changer. I used it and I was like, wow, is this what it's supposed to feel like? It's not supposed to feel like...
Even your wife says you're like, that's a stooge move, Drew. Like, like, what have you been living under a rock? You've never seen a Gillette commercial?
Apparently,
anyway,
I'm getting roasted in every single group chat
well,
because they're all like, what are you, 12 years old?
Keep on roasting this guy. Like, if the fact that he doesn't use shaving cream is insane. But anyway.
Well, I will now.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. Great. You found it out 35 years too late, right, Drew?
Game changer, though. Game changer. It is nice. Imagine you never had pizza before, and then you're in your mid-30s, and you're like, oh,
it's
pizza.
True, though. I will say this, though. Like, I used to use, like, cheap shampoos like Salon Selectives or Pert, like all like the $1.99 ones, but I upgraded to Head and Shoulders with the tingle, and it's a game changer. Like when you're actually having a hot
with
shower.
The tingle? You mean like menthol?
Yeah, it helps. Yeah, I don't smoke menthol cigarettes, but I like menthol in my lid. I could tell you that it's a real
it opens
nice
up your chest. You're like,
you know what? Yeah, it's just a clean feeling. I got to use some menthol on my chest. You know me, Drew. I'm basically a betting bear, so I should just slather on big slabs of menthol. I love menthol.
I could just see you now in like some bath with like flowers floating and like the cucumber water.
I know it. I'm not going to say I haven't listened to music. Sade in the tub when you get set. Anyway, this is a betting show. This is not about our
let's move on. Not about our hygiene for Christmas. Anyways, let's start Thursday.
Yes.
Thursday, the 22nd, Cam. The game of the week in your eyes, the Jacksonville Jaguars going to New York to take on the Jets. The Jets are plus 1.5 dogs at home. We know you love home dogs, but these are your cats on the road. So tell us where you're going in this one. You can start.
By the way, Drew, Cats covering every cat covered except for the Panthers last week. Just saying. Here's the thing. I know Wilson, he's going to be starting for the Jets, and getting the Jets as a 1.5-point home dog seems intriguing, but that win by Jacksonville, the 17-point comeback, was big. It is, you're talking about, Drew, like, think about this. So the Jets open up as a 1-point favorite. They're now 1.5-point dog. That's dangerous. These are leans right now. We're going to be back at the end of the week with more stuff to talk about, and we did really well with our props, Drew, but I'm going to take Johnny Jaguar plus 1.5 roars. Minus 1.5 roars as a favorite against the Jets. This Jacksonville team can feel it, a big win, and they're still alive.
Yeah, Cam, the only thing that worries me is this reverse line movement, and we've said it time and time again. When this stuff happens, Vegas is laying the trap. So I'm gonna go with the Jets. I like the Jets defense here. The Cowboys defense has not been impressive lately. And if they proved it against Houston 2 weeks ago, then Jacksonville last week. The Jets defense though has been good. They could have won that game last week if they could hit that field goal at the end of the game, but they missed it.
Yep.
So give me the Jets. I think they win this game outright. I know everyone's like, oh, Jacksonville's coming for that AFC South. They're coming for the division, but
Drew, you're probably on the right side, but you know me, like I'm actually like, I know people laugh or go, this guy's an idiot, but I this cat thing is working out. I've been betting on cats every week and I'm making money. Like, I know this sounds insane,
Trevor Lawrence looks really good.
He actually, Steffi Graf, he's figuring it out for sure.
And Zay Jones, hat trick in the first round of the fantasy playoffs.
Me and Morency used to do our show, Drew, and Zay Jones props were 1 catch, 6.5 yards. And we go like the over. He can get 1 catch. This guy's gone from a 5th receiver to like a guy that's making an impact. 3 touchdowns in a game. Like he's almost out of the league. Let's give Zay Jones. He should be on the ballot. He won't win because he's got no story, but he is like on the ballot for comeback player of the year. Yeah, it's not even debatable.
It's most likely going to be CMC, which I don't even agree with because he played last year.
That's the thing. He's hurt all the time too. Like a real comeback of the year story is Zay Jones, but we're not the guys handing out the hardware.
Yeah, or Geno Smith, but yeah.
Or Geno Smith. Good call.
Not Tommy tiebreaker, mystery tiebreaker, man. I almost said a little cat of the bag there. Is on the Jacksonville Jaguars with Cam Stewart, the Cats. Minus 1.5. All right.
Time for a shave, Drew.
Yeah,
you gotta get some gel.
Moving on. Lamar Jackson likely to play for the Baltimore Ravens, which means they're 7.5-point favorites against the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons screwed me. I was so confident, like you said. Every time I'm confident, I get wrong.
Told you not to do it.
I thought the Saints would dominate. Their defense did dominate. These stupid called back interceptions, I'll never understand. But I'm going to go with the Ravens. I don't believe in Frank Falcon, as you call him. Ravens are in a must-win scenario here. So give me Lamar Jackson back fresh. I think they can easily win this game by 7.5, and they need this win.
I gotta hand it to Atlanta. They were getting smoked in the game, and then they came back to cover the numbers. So, but here's Baltimore too. I was on Cleveland, Drew. Is actually one of those things that like that's the only time to take the Browns. But the Ravens with Lamar back, this team needs to take care of business. Their ATS record is gross though. In their last 10, 3-7, they're not doing too well. It is over the hook now at 7.5. So you know what? I have a lean to the Ravens, but this game might be changed in the later show. These are leans right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think you've been on Frank Falcon like 4 weeks in a row, but
and he's the Frank Falcon. Okay, let's talk. So Frank Falcon's ATS record this year, they are 8-6, where the Ravens are 5-8-1. Just saying.
Yeah, but last time they're only 4-6 ATS, the Falcons. So it doesn't matter. All right, moving on, Cam. 2 cats. Cat versus cat. Lions versus Panthers. The Lions are 2.5-point road favorites. I mean, I don't see how this line's not 4.5, 5.5, Cam. This feels like a trap to me, but I still have to go with the Lions. Convince me otherwise.
I can't convince you. And the thing is, even though I like Paul Panther, what do I call him? Sorry. So what's Larry Lion? What Danny Detroit?
Like David, I don't know what Danny.
Yeah, Lion, whatever I call him. Like, Larry the Lion has been my friend from when I was struggling, when I went through that rough patch in October. I had a couple really bad weeks. The Lions I'm on this trend, Drew. It's basically, I got on this bus at the right time and I don't want to get off. You're right. The line tells you, and the public is all over Detroit right now. It's reverse line movement again. It's going down, yet more people are going to be betting Detroit. I will take the Lions at minus 2.5. It's more of a commitment bet, but the Panthers defense is really good, but their offense, it's troubling. You saw the game against the Steelers.
Yeah. And we did mention Jared Goff struggles on the road. The difference is this is in a dome, or not in a dome, but this is going to be sunny weather in Carolina. It's not outdoors in New York in the Meadowlands where it's all windy and rainy. So I think Goff can perform decent enough to beat Carolina by 3. If it was 3.5, I might go Carolina here, but because it's 2.5, they just have to win by a field goal. I think they can do that. This is a must-win game for them. Carolina, I know it's must-win for them, but they're not catching Tampa now after last week. So yeah, give me Detroit Lions. Cam. The last Christmas Eve game. Oh, no, it's not the last. All the games are Christmas. What am I talking about? The Bills going to
Remember,
Chicago.
People, this is a guy that just discovered shaving cream.
Yeah.
So let's talk about all the games that are on
down.
December 24th.
There's definitely people out there like me with this shaving cream game. I guarantee it.
Why? So what do you use shaving cream for? Then, other than to use it on your face or like
I'm saying like people that just don't use it
with it. Oh, people don't use it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying there's definitely.
I'm saying that if you like pain and bleeding, sure, don't use shaving cream. Next, Buffalo, Chicago. Let's go.
All right, Buffalo, Chicago. Bills 8.5-point favorites on the road in Chicago. Justin Fields looks like he will play, which means Cam's probably going to like his rushing prop over again, and I don't see why not. He just keeps blasting it out of the park. Cam, the Bills have not covered for you lately, and you keep going back to the well. Are you going back to the well again?
I don't think the thing is Justin Fields was really beat up in that game. I think he might start, but he might not finish. As for Buffalo, I was really disappointed, Drew. The offense did their thing. I expected everything that they did against Miami in those conditions, but their defense, like, what's the deal with these guys? Like, I thought your guys were better than that. Like, Miami could have won that game outright. Here's the thing. I can't get off it because the minute I get off it is the minute they're going to cover. Give me Buffalo Bill -8.5. I was on Chicago, Drew. One of my best bets is the only one that won, I think, covering against the Eagles. But I think Buffalo, one of these weeks, they're going to blow somebody out. But they're a lot like the Chiefs. They're winning games and not covering numbers right now. So I will take Buffalo Bill.
And it's funny because that was the mainstream media's criticism of them, is that, oh, they only blow teams out. They can't win close games. And now it's reversed. They're like, oh, they're only winning close games. Like, okay, pick a narrative. Like, which one is it? I'm going to go with Chicago here, Cam, just because I think the back door will be wide open and it's expected to snow at game time because the Bills can't get a nice weather game. It's just impossible this season. So I think the back door is open. I could see the Bills being up 17 late, and all it takes is a little garbage time touchdown, and Chicago covers the number. So give me the Bears. Mystery tiebreaker man is on the Bills with you as expected. Surprise, surprise. The Bills -8.5. The public is on Chicago as well.
We should call Bagman, what's his name? Craig Chalk? Something to do. Like he takes
or he's like Frankie Favorite. That's
he says that's it. Frank Falcon meet Fonzie Favorite. I don't know what this
Fonzie
guy is,
Favorite.
but he every time it's a tiebreaker, he'll take the favorite. Gotta love Bagman. Anyway, let's move on.
All right, moving on.
So, Drew, I might change every pick by the second show. Like literally, I'm spinning right now.
Cam, I really like this game, which means it's probably a bad sign.
Okay, go.
Saints going to Cleveland to take on the Browns. The Browns are 3-point favorites at home. I'm going back to the Saints, Cam. I think their defense can shut down Deshaun Watson and the Browns here. I think like the Browns have the run game. They're not facing Huntley. I think Dalton is serviceable more so than Huntley. The Saints offense can actually move the football. So give me the Saints here. I think the Saints can win this game outright, and they're underdogs. So I have to go with the Saints +3.
I agree. I think you could have made this game 3.5 and still got Cleveland money. I was actually on the Browns and they finally covered, Drew, but I'm going with you on the Saints in this spot. I think the Saints let that game slip away against Frankie Falcon. And the one thing is, I think Kamara will be involved in this game. Cleveland, let's call it out for what it is. Baltimore basically killed themselves in that game. Like Cleveland, it was even though
Tucker missed 2 field goals. When did that happen?
It wasn't impressive. Like the Cleveland Browns, to me, I think they're like, like they should be better, but they're not. They are who they are. And I will take 3 points with the Saints. I'm with you in this one. Give me the dog.
Can we please tell Dennis Allen, though, to use Alvin Kamara? Like, this guy's
I think
David Johnson late in the game, and he's fumbling the football. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why is David Johnson even touching the field?
Allen has done a horrible job this year with the quarterback management, everything on that team. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Sean Payton, he did a great job with the Saints. And Dennis Allen, I want to say, good guy with the organization, but as a head coach, he's more of a coordinator. He's really screwed up this year.
Just use your playmakers. That's all I'm asking.
No, he makes bad decisions all the time.
Yeah, anyways, all right, we're both on the Saints. Moving on, Cam, your Seahawks have been tumbling. They need this game more than most teams in the league, but they're taking on the Kansas City Chiefs, who are 9.5-point favorites at home. The Chiefs, for some reason, can't cover against anybody, and for some reason, I decided to get off the Houston Texans on our Best Bet show and hop on the Chiefs with you. Terrible decision. The Houston should have won that game outright if it wasn't for the fumble in overtime.
You're right.
So I don't know what to do here, Cam. You got to tell me, are your Seahawks going to stay within 10 here, or are they just going to blow it up and just keep losing?
Here's the thing. My heart's telling me to take Seattle, and my brain is saying to take Kansas City. They never listen to Kansas City's ATS record. 1-8-1 in their last 10. 3-10-1. 0-5-1 at home. Are you kidding me? And this is an 11-3 football team. They are money burners. You know what? I'm going to go on Seattle, but as I said before, 1 week they're going to kick the crap out of somebody, but Seattle's had an extra week. They're a 7-7 football team. They have to do enough. If Kenneth Walker is healthy, you know what, Drew, that defense really needed time off. All those college kids, they weren't used to the beat down schedule of the NFL. They played this, they're not used to this stuff. So the extra time off is beneficial. I will take the 9.5 with Seattle. I
do think the Lockett injury is a bigger deal than people are making it out to be. Just because without Metcalf, Lockett can still stretch the field with Goodwin.
It's true.
I think that will affect their offense a little bit. But yeah, I can't go with the Chiefs now. They just don't cover numbers. Even if they're winning this game, I don't think they're going to cover. So give me the Seattle Seahawks. Watch us both be wrong. It'll be 37-10 KC.
Of course.
But you just can't bet on that side right now. The way they're rolling, you can't do it. Yep. All right, the Giants going to Minnesota to take on the Vikings. The Vikings are 3.5-point favorites, coming off the biggest comeback in NFL history, getting rid of that Frank Reich poster I have in the background, Cam. The Bills no longer hold it. The Giants, weird win against Washington. We didn't see it coming. They're now in the driver's seat for a playoff spot, though. Will Minnesota blow this game at home, Cam, or will they just keep continuing to roll? Will it be the second half Vikings or the first half Vikings? Which one are we going to see?
Great question. Minnesota, Indy covers that number. That was a crazy collapse. And people were blaming Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan's not on defense, people. Like, hasn't the guy been through enough? Like, I know he's old and stuff.
If you put up 33 points, I don't care how much time's left in the game. Your defense should be able to hold it.
Look at their team. You know what? I just want Matt Ryan to retire and not have to listen to the crap. Like him and Andy Dalton, like every single week, people just like hate these guys. It's like some of these other quarterbacks aren't that great either. But anyway, I'll take Minnesota -3.5. Giants seem like a public dog play. And I think the Vikings, that was a real wake-up call in the second half of that game. They understand if you play like this, you're not even going to last one game in the playoffs. The Giants are still not that good. Washington got jobbed on many calls in that game. Give me Minnesota at home. And I see a lot of people playing the Giants. I'm on Minnesota.
Yeah, I'm going to go Minnesota as well, Cam. I think the Giants got lucky against Washington with some weird plays and weird calls. I don't think they get that. And Minnesota at home, it's not a primetime game, which means Kirk Cousins won't be under the lights. So give me Kirk Cousins to perform in this one again. Maybe not throw 4 touchdowns, but I think he'll throw 3 and be able to cover this number. 3.5 is not enough points.
Yeah.
All right. The Cincinnati Bengals, Cam, going into New England to take on the Patriots. The Patriots pulled off probably the worst play in NFL history I've ever seen. As everyone knows, that was part of my best bets. And I'm like, first of all, I don't know if Keelan Cole got his foot in bounds. Didn't look like he did to me. So I don't think that touchdown should have counted. And then Jacoby Myers is like, you know what? We need a play here. I'm going to chuck it 30 yards back to my quarterback so he can juke out 10 defenders. What are you doing? Chandler Jones just stiff arms him out of the way and runs it in for a touchdown. Absolutely embarrassing play. And I love Bill Belichick's answer after the game. They were like, why didn't you just throw a 55-yard Hail Mary, Bill? He's like, Mac can't throw that far. The fact that he said that's just so embarrassing. Your quarterback can't throw a 55-yard Hail Mary, and the coach openly admits it. But yeah, Cam, I'm going with the Patriots here. +3.5 at home.
Good call.
I think their defense bounces back here against the Bengals. And as you know, I'm not a big Bengals fan, but they did perform well against Tampa last week in the second half. But give me New England.
This is honestly, I love where you're going with this. And I was thinking the same thing. I literally just did a video before and I had the Bengals. And the minute I did it, I had buyer's remorse. I think New England's the play this week. The more I think about it, everyone is going to think about the Raiders game. Cincinnati was getting blown out by Tampa Bay till they woke up. This feels like a spot for New England. And even if Cincinnati wins, they win by a field goal. We win by the hook. We're getting 3.5 by time of taping. I will take the Patriots, me and you. And you know me, Drew. It takes a lot for me to bet on the Patriots. I feel
to bet against the cat.
And see, not confident. I feel pretty good about it. I'll take New England. I like it.
Cam, we could get blown. This could be another one that's blown up in our face because on paper, Cincinnati should blow them out. I think this is a weird spot for them on the road in Foxborough. I can just see New England pulling us out. Maybe they'll sprinkle on the money line here.
I agree with you.
New England can maybe win. All right. Houston going to Tennessee to take on the Titans. The Titans coming off a disappointing performance against the Chargers. Houston should have won that game against KC. They didn't. Titans only 5.5 point favorites at home. You would think this line would be bigger. Is it only 5.5 because people saw the Texans against the Chiefs last weekend, which means we should bet on the Titans? Or is this Houston team really within 6 points of the Tennessee Titans?
You know what? This line tells me to take Houston. It was 7.5, bet down to 5.5. Like people are going to smash Tennessee. You know what? Houston's been great the last couple weeks, Drew. You said it. They could have beat Kansas City. Like this team, I don't know what's going on. They're a 1-12 football team yet in their ATS record, 3-3-1 on the road. Like they're how do I say this? They are still trying. They're not talented. And the thing about Tennessee is you take them as a dog. You don't lay numbers with this team. So you know what? Give me Houston. I'll take the 5.5. I kind of like the Texans.
I like the Titans here, Cam, only because this is a must-win football game for them. They've now falling back only one game ahead of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mike Vrabel is a very, very good head coach. And if anyone's going to motivate their team to absolutely slap another team, it's going to be him. I think the Titans run it down the Texans' throat. They're not going to play games like the Chiefs and throw it on first, second, and third down and have all these long conversions to make. It'll just be the Derrick Henry show. And I think the Titans can win this game like 24-10. Just little methodical long drives with Tannehill and Henry, Cam. So give me the Tennessee Titans to win this game by 6. If it was 7.5, I would go Texans. But the fact that it's dropped 5.5, I like it more for the Titans. Mystery tiebreaker, man. Guess where he is?
I would say Tennessee.
Ding, ding, ding. The favorite. Frankie
well, this
favorite,
game, if this was a game show, I'd feel really good about winning money.
Yeah, Fonzie favorite over here on Tennessee.
This guy loves chalk.
What a joke.
Drew, he eats more chalk than you're going to be loading up with shaving cream versus chalk. And I'll tell you, Bagman likes chalk. Oh, Drew,
All right.
I'm gonna tell you something about this next game. I love this game. And you're
Love
not
it.
gonna
Okay,
love it.
good, because
Yes.
I didn't like it. Let's see. Washington
Love
Commanders
it.
going to San Fran to take on the 49ers. The 49ers are 7.5-point home favorites. Cam, usually when you love something, you're going with the underdog. Let's see where you're going.
You are correct. And the Commanders screwed me. But one thing I've learned over time is when you want to get off a team, I'm going to get back on the team. San Francisco's they're back home feeling good about themselves. Seattle killed themselves in that game with a Travis Homer fumble. Now you have to lay over a touchdown. I'm telling you, Washington is playing for their playoff lives. I think the San Francisco 49ers maybe squeak out a win. This could be my underdog money line play of the week. Give me Washington plus 7.5, and I think they could win this game.
Cam, I want to go with you, but I just
Then don't.
I can't.
You can or you can't or you won't.
No, I won't. I won't and can't back Washington with my money anymore.
Okay.
San
I backed
Fran,
the Bears last week and it worked. You got to bet on bad teams in this.
I understand.
Sometimes.
I understand. I just think Washington's defense is going to give Heineke fits. Bosa's going for the defensive player of the year now.
Yeah,
He's
that's
now
a good point.
ahead of Micah Parsons. So I'm going to go with San Fran's defense. I don't care what their offense looks like with Purdy. Purdy was impressive against Seattle, though, on the road. Imagine your first road game being in front of the 12th man and you play like that. It's impressive, Cam.
Yeah, it is. But
is he going to get like who was Matt Flynn? Is he going to get like that kind of weird, like someone's going to trade for him and make him their starter in the offseason?
No, I don't think so. I just think it's a good
takes
system.
Them deep in the playoffs, Cam. He's going to earn a starting job.
Yeah, their defense will take them deep in the playoffs. Purdy's doing a great job. Want to know why? Because he knows his limits. He's not doing stupid things. He's keeping the ball. He's moving the sticks. And know what they do? The 49ers, they make you go to the field and good luck.
He looks like he's got more zip on his ball than Jimmy G, though. Like he's got a little zip in there.
I like Brock Purdy. I'm going to tell you something. This guy is amazing. He's amazing. Sorry, Drew. I know I'm moving around a lot. My back's killing me. I like Washington.
All right, mystery tiebreaker, man. Let's see, Cam.
Drum roll. San Fran.
No, surprisingly on Washington. So for the first time, Fonzie favorite goes with the underdog.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, I'm shocked too. Actually, I was looking down. I was like, "Is that right? Did I read it right?"
Yeah, you might have right here. Yeah.
All right, the Philadelphia Eagles, Cam, and likely Gardner Minshew starting at quarterback, going to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. The Cowboys opened as 2-point favorites. It's now 5.5. It did get up to 7 yesterday, I saw, but now there's reports that Hurts may or may not play.
He won't play.
I don't care.
I'm going to make you a bet by time of taping. He says questionable. He will not play in this game. What are you going to do? Ruin your chance to win a Super Bowl for playing this guy?
Because he wants the MVP?
He got killed in that Chicago game. So Dallas is 5.5. The question I have to you is, at the time of taping, it's 5.5. Do you take the 5.5? I trust Minshew as a backup.
I want to take the Eagles money line. I don't care. I don't care who's playing quarterback.
You know what? I love it. I love where you're going, Drew. I love this. Or maybe I'm rubbing off on you like shaving cream. Anyway, I'm taking the Eagles. Fly, Eagle, fly.
Yeah,
give me the points.
I think everywhere else on the field except for pass rush, the Eagles are better than the Cowboys. Maybe not quarterback this week because Dak is probably better than Minshew, but it's still a better team.
Not really. You know what? Minshew's pretty good backup, I guess. Me.
And Micah Parsons did say early in the year, he's like, "Oh, the Eagles are good because of their team, not because of Hurts." It's just like, okay, well, now we're here to prove it. So they're 13-1 football team, and you're giving me them 6 points. I don't care who's playing quarterback. Good teams play well with backup quarterbacks, and Minshew is a serviceable player. And the Dallas Cowboys, just like Houston and Jacksonville, throw all over them. Like Davis Mills is not as good as Gardner Minshew. I think Minshew's better than Mills, no? And he's got a way better team on the field with him right now. So
think about Minshew is he was like that guy from the movie, remember Uncle Rico and whatever, and everyone thought it was a joke. And he comes out there like, like a cowboy and stuff.
Oh, I love his personality though.
Oh, I love it too. And the thing is, he is actually that guy. That's not a facade. He's Gardner Minshew. He should be in pornos. But I'm going to say this. He's also a guy that's a grinder. Every time he's been in a game, this guy grinder. That's probably not the right term, isn't that? Isn't that an app for naughty things?
Let's relax.
Anyway, you know what I mean, though, Drew. He's a real battler. I'll use battler instead of grinder.
There you go.
Every game he's been in, this guy has been showing up. He's a resilient guy, and he's tough as nails. Give me Philadelphia.
Yeah, and he will take off and run it himself too. So their offense won't change that much. Cam, I'm excited to watch Minshew beat the Cowboys. Sorry, Cowboys fans. I know you're gonna be like on the comments, be like, "Are you kidding me? It's gonna be 48-10 for Dallas." It's like,
hey, we were on Jacksonville against Dallas last week. We're gonna keep listen. I got my cousin who I love. He's like, I got a couple other buddies, Cowboys fans. Here's the deal. It's nothing personal. I just can't lay points with this team. I love Dallas. No, and I love the Dallas when they're a small favorite, like killing Minnesota, that type of game. But this game, And I'm taking the Eagles. It's just I got to take
Dallas,
points.
just
with
focus on
13-1
Tampa
team.
Bay in round 1 because you're gonna have to deal with Tom Brady. That's what you should be focused on right now. Who cares about this meaningless Week 16 game against the Eagles? That means absolutely nothing. You're gonna be the top wild card, and that's that. All right, moving on, Cam. The Las Vegas Raiders coming off that crazy win against the Patriots, going to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. Steelers were one of my best bets last week on the money line, and they pulled it off.
Good pick.
Do you think the Raiders continue this train of wins, Cam, or
Yes.
Do you think Tomlin can hold them off?
Sorry, Pittsburgh fan, and it's nothing personal. I like a lot of people that like Pittsburgh, but it's the first Super Bowl as a Seahawks fan. I'll never get the Jerome Bettis give him a Super Bowl game like out of my mind, like every call against Seattle.
Was that a touchdown, Cam? The Big Ben throw?
Here's the deal. Seattle got hosed in that game. I'm not saying that because I'm a fan. I've been betting a long time. And even Pittsburgh fans go, Cam, that was not right. That Super Bowl was not right. It was actually in a Sports Illustrated article, the third worst officiated game. So people, if you want to look it up, I just don't make this stuff up. It's
what's
true.
the other worst one? Is the
it's like the hand of God, the hand of God.
What about the other
whatever.
Seattle game with the backup refs where they were like incomplete touchdown? Both of them. It's always Seattle.
Seattle's involved in every weird and stupid thing in the world. But here's the thing. I'm not a Steeler guy. I never will be. And I'm going to take the Raiders. They were good to us. Sorry, you were on New England last week. They were good to me last week. And I'm going to take them again. What are we getting? 2.5?
Yeah.
This game, this will definitely not be in our best bet section. I will take the Raiders in a very, very difficult game.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Raiders here too, Cam. As you know, this season I've been on the Steelers a lot because they've been underdogs. I like them when they're underdogs because they're a well-coached team, but I don't really like them as the favorite. So give me the Raiders to keep this train rolling and keep their little small playoff hopes alive. And I will say a Raiders-Eagles moneyline parlay, I was looking. I may have placed it already. Plus 720. I don't know, Cam. I think they're both these underdogs are alive in these games. Plus 720, I will take that. Green Bay Packers going to Miami to take on the Dolphins.
You start.
The Dolphins are 4.5-point favorites. I love Miami in the spot. People are going to be like, you're crazy. Green Bay's rolling. Listen, Green Bay's not rolling nothing. Miami's going to throw all over these guys, Cam. Their defense is okay, not great. Give me the Dolphins to win this game by double digits. This may be my best bets. I think the Dolphins smoke them here.
You know what? I've gone back, Drew. It's funny. The video, I initially like Green Bay. Now I'm coming around to your line of thinking. Miami played great. Tua ended all narratives about cold arm, this and that the other day. And hey, I was wrong. I thought, but then again, if there was weather from the fourth quarter was the whole game, it would have been a lot better for Josh Allen with his laser arm. I'll take Miami minus 4.5. I don't love it. I know the Packers think they're alive and stuff, but they're a fraud. You played the Rams with Baker Mayfield. Who cares? You weren't even that effective in the game, to be honest with you.
They weren't. Yeah,
we were on them, and that's that. Like I don't think you should be proud of anything that you did, Green Bay. Like it was. To be honest with you, the Rams just are so inept they couldn't cover a spread. You know what? Dolphins by double digits. You're right, Drew. They're going to win this game by 10 and cover the 4.5. I'm on it.
Yeah, and Mike McDaniel did say after the Bills game, he's like, I'm not one for moral victories, but what you saw today against Buffalo is way better than what we played recently. And this is a must-win game for Miami. If they lose this game, the playoff race is wide open. They need this win more than most. And they got New England on the docket, so they need to take care of the easy ones, the easy cupcakes like Green Bay. So we're on the same side here. Moving on, the Denver Broncos going to the LA to take on Baker Mayfield and the Rams. Russell Wilson expected back, but who knows with this guy. Broncos 1.5-point road favorites.
I hope Rippon plays. Who cares if Russell Wilson plays? Denver smoked the Cardinals with Rippon.
That was because of their defense, though, and because of Trace McSorley.
And their defense still, there's offense and defense in
football.
No, I
agree. And that's why I'm on Denver, regardless who's playing quarterback.
So we agree on Bob Bronco.
Baker Mayfield sucks, Cam. I don't care what anyone says. He sucks.
I agree.
He had one crazy Thursday night game. Everyone's like, oh, Baker Mayfield.
Dude, Denver's defense is going to make that guy. You want to talk about a Christmas flat tire? That guy's going to, he's going to have to be picked up off the turf of SoFi. Like these Denver, like they are a bunch of horses trampling a guy that's got no chance. I'm telling you, I like Denver too. It's not the best game of the week, but we're getting we're laying 1.5 now. I don't care. Denver is going to win this damn game. It's
out of their 100,000 seat stadium or whatever it is, there may only be 20,000 people at this game, Cam. This game's terrible.
Oh, you're
LA
right.
doesn't even have real fans. Denver fans usually travel well, but their season's over. They're 4-10. So are they really going to travel to LA? This might be the quietest game of the week.
It's a legalized state for smoking marijuana. So all those people in Colorado will go to LA, party, and go to the game and just vape their brains out and drink. It sounds like
I don't know. I would be getting a refund if I was traveling to see my 4-10 football team, Cam.
You know what? You just turn it into a party trip. Just go to the game and enjoy yourself.
All right. Well, then that was a Christmas Day game. We didn't even mention that. The last two have been Christmas Day games.
So remember. So let's, Drew. We see these are the things you got to do when you're hosting the show. But you're just learning about shaving cream. So I'll tell everybody: Green Bay at Miami, Denver at Rams, and Tampa Bay at Arizona are all Christmas games.
Christmas Day games, exactly that. We will not. I would barely watching because we drive around to.
You got a family. What are you going to do? Hey, honey, I'm gambling on football. Tell the kids to hold.
You ever
off
seen
on
Four
the
Christmases, Cam, with Vince Vaughn? That's gonna be me on Christmas Day. It's gonna be
Buddy,
one house, second house, third house. Like,
I'm not going to tell you. There were some sad times in my uncle's basement when I had huge money on college bowl games on Christmas Day. Going, Cam, dinner's free. I'm like, no, please, I need this touchdown. Hawaii, Nevada. Come on, I need points.
And
like,
those bowl games are usually pretty terrible too. The Christmas Day games.
Oh, yeah. Like, back you have like when you had a gambling problem, kind of when you're alone in a basement and people are having fun on Christmas and you're gambling on games. I try not to live that life anymore, Drew. Sometimes we still fall into traps. Too much eggnog, I'll get you there. But yeah.
Cam, and it's the semifinals for fantasy, and I'm in four different semifinals this week. So I'm gonna be like trying to like look at the TV, like, hey, what's going on?
Drew, I'm in 2 leagues. Jalen Hurts is my quarterback in both. That's all you need to know.
I have Hurts in 2 of my 4 semis too.
Can you believe this?
So I don't know what to do.
What do I do?
Like
Pick up
Daniel
Minshew? Actually, we should talk about this after the show. I need fantasy advice, but we'll talk about that. Denver. So what's the next game? Tampa, Arizona.
Yeah, Tampa, Arizona is the Sunday or the Sunday. Yeah, the Sunday night capper, the Christmas Day cap. Tom Brady going to Arizona to take on Trace McSorley, Colt McCoy, one of the two, probably McSorley, which means people are going to be all over Tampa. They are 6-point favorites on the road. Cam, tell me why I shouldn't lay my money on Tom Brady on Christmas night.
Okay. They were killing Cincinnati, got smoked in a teaser. They lose by 11. Tampa Bay, they've been awful. Every single game, these guys, like, you think this team is good? They're not. They're horrible. And I'll tell you something, Arizona's horrible too, but I'm getting them 6 points at home on Christmas. Give me the damn Cardinals with Penn State quarterback Trace McSorley. Actually, I hope McSorley starts instead of McCoy. McCoy's been beat up too much. I like McSorley. You know what? Getting 6, I like Arizona. Done.
Damn.
Do it, Drew. Do it, Drew. Do
They're
it.
so bad.
Don't bet on Tampa Bay, Drew.
I can't. I don't like to, but I'm not going to bet this game. I'll be honest. I'm not going to be betting this game. I'm probably not going to be watching this game because it's Christmas night. That's when I'll probably be getting home, relaxing, putting everything away.
Trying to be a father to
yeah, exactly. I'm going to go Tampa here.
That's the best family. I can't spend time with you. I got too much money on Arizona, Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to tell you though, Drew.
I don't want buy.
I would never like tell you to bet on the Cardinals, but I'm actually saying please be on my side here so we can bet against Tom Brady on Christmas. Can't we? No, you just can't do it. Take Tampa Bay then. Just take Tampa Bay. Go. Just do it. You want to do it? Do it.
You know what? No, I'm the holiday spirit, and whenever I go against you confidently, I'm not even confident though, but I'll go Arizona. Screw it. I'll put my money with Trace McSorley for you, Cam.
I think Arizona's good teaser material. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
plus
you're gonna
13, 7-point
yeah,
teaser.
like I like Tampa Bay gonna blow these guys out.
I think I'd like the 10-point teaser better, but I agree with you. I'm going to go with Arizona here. It might switch on the Friday Best Bet show. We will see.
God, look at this next game.
This next game's awesome. What do you mean? Game of the week. Monday night or Boxing Day special. Maybe we'll get half off on all of our bets. Cam, the
that would be
Chargers
nice. Sportsbook 50% redemption on all losers.
That'd be nice. The Chargers going to Indianapolis, take on the Colts. The Chargers laying 3.5 points on the road. The Colts coming off that disaster in Minnesota. They should have won that game. Obviously, they were up 33-0. Luckily, we were on the right side there, having the Colts spread. I was worried at the end there. I was like, oh my God, are they going to blow this spread?
I know.
I was panicking a little bit. The Chargers, Cam, public's backing them. 71% of the public is on the Chargers here. They need this win to hold on to their playoff spot. Give me LA here. I think they saw what Minnesota did in the second half. Be able to throw all over them. I think Justin Herbert and the guys can throw all over Indianapolis.
This game smells like week-old eggnog. It's disgusting. Like, who's betting the Colts in this game after that?
Can't go with Jeff Saturday on Boxing Day, Cam.
I am not going to bet Jeff Saturday.
Okay.
I'm taking the Colts. The Chargers begrudgingly. See, even my Freudian slips say take the team that no one's going to bet on. But I'm going to take the Chargers, and I do not have any confidence in this game. This is the type of game that Indianapolis might lose by 3, lose by the hook. I'm just telling you, like, weird stuff happens, but I'm betting on the Chargers. I'd prefer to put it in a money line, actually, parlay. I don't like the 3.5 at all.
The issue is
even though with the game against Tennessee, like, do the Chargers cover numbers? Like, actually, you know what? They are actually on the road. They do. They're 5-2 on the road ATS. So you know what? They're better. You're right. I like betting this.
And with their weapons back, Cam, their offense has looked a lot better.
I agree.
Herbert still isn't looking right. Something's off a little bit, but I think they can beat the Colts. I mean, I think the Colts have checked out. Matt Ryan probably fighting for another job next year. Is he back next year? Who knows?
I don't know. Matt Ryan should retire. Like he needs to go.
He's just the king of blown leads, and they keep blaming him for them. Like he plays defense.
He's had a good career. Like let the man go. Like do his thing. The thing is, does Matt Ryan? He's not good enough to be your starter because he has no mobility. He's a grown man who's been in the league forever. Does he want to be a backup? No. He loves the game of football, but like
I mean, Cam, wouldn't you be a backup quarterback for $10 million?
Like Stafford's coming back. I think he should retire too. Like if you want to get killed out there, that's your business. And I would say Tom Brady should retire. Like I don't want to see these guys back. It's like it's almost hard watching these old guys get murdered because I'm getting old and watching them
Brady's
get hit
different.
hurts.
Brady's 40 plus, so like these guys aren't that old.
No, but they've been like Matt Ryan's been. You have to understand, like Drew, he's been beat up a lot. Like he has been smoked in games. Like I feel bad for Matt Ryan. Actually, in that Super Bowl, it's not his fault.
And he's had some bad injuries in his career.
He's had bad luck. That's what he's had. He's not a very lucky person, and I feel bad for the man. But I'll take the Chargers here in this spot.
Yeah, we must be in the holiday spirit. In the last 8 games, we agreed on the last 6 straight games.
Why, did we make a deal not to talk to Bagman over Christmas?
Yeah,
he deserves a gift.
No, he gets some coal in his stocking this year. Well, everyone, Best Bet Show this Friday. Look for it on the SDPN YouTube channel and wherever you find your podcast. Once again, all of these lines have been powered by Sports Interaction. Canada only, 19 plus. Please play responsibly. You will see all of our best bets there in a parlay, some props we make.
Our props
Cam was
were good,
on.
Drew.
Yeah,
our props. We had the McCaffrey touchdown, Fields over.
Justin
yards.
Jefferson over, which was pretty good. Yeah,
the props were good.
The only one I didn't do well on was the Greg Dulcich against Arizona because for some reason they're throwing every other tight end in Denver and not their best one. But yeah, that's bad beats.
Dulcich is going to go off this week. That's the way it works.
Well, he's already on the waiver wire in my leagues because I dropped him. I was pissed. But yeah, anyways, Cam, that'll do it for this one. We will see you all on Friday. May all the winners be yours and happy holidays, everybody.
This has been Drew and Stu. Presented by Sports Interaction, Canada's Sportsbook. Follow Drew at Producer Drew and Cam at Cam Stewart Live. May the winners be yours and all of the best bets hit.